Moshe Rabbeinu went to go to Israel? And which mitzvot? Moshe Rabbeinu fulfilled all the mitzvot. Which mitzvot Moshe Rabbeinu did fulfill?
Walking in the line of it.
The mitzvah.
Walking in the line of it.
They have certain mitzvot, like giving masot for food. When you buy food, you have to give masot. This mitzvah is regarding to הפרשת חלה, זה מחלוקת. According to the mainstream, the best mitzvah of הפרשת חלה is in Eretz Israel. Now, today, halacha is in any place. But the focus is תרומות ומעשרות. Giving donations is mainly in Eretz Israel. So Moshe Rabbeinu want to fulfill the mitzvot of Eretz Israel. Why did he want to fulfill it? Come the Gemara and said, Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu leMoshe, the Zera Shimshon writes, Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu, God told Moshe Rabbeinu, what's the reason you want to fulfill the mitzvot? To get paid? Don't worry. You're not going to enter to Israel and I will pay you for this mitzvot like you did it. So why Moshe Rabbeinu want to go into Israel? If not for mitzvot, he didn't want to go to Israel to eat the food and to enjoy the vegetables. He wanted to do mitzvot. Zera Shimshon said it's not good enough. Because God already told him, all the mitzvot that you want to do and you cannot do, I pay you. They have one mitzvah that depends on Eretz Israel. Which mitzvah? Which mitzvah you can do only in Eretz Israel?
Shmita.
Almost. Yes, you're right, Shemitah. But God told them, Shemitah, don't worry. I will pay you like you did it. Shemitah, I will pay you. 100%. Shemitah is only in Eretz. I pay you. Which mitzvah depends on Eretz Israel that you cannot pay Moshe Rabbeinu? Moshe Rabbeinu was not there for the payment. He didn't worship God in order to get paid. So which mitzvah depends on Eretz Israel only? This is the list. Moshe Rabbeinu, his job was to nullify one items. Which items? Idol worship. His tikkun was to fix idol worship. Idols. Believing on somebody else that is not God. Abraham Avinu came to the world and it was God. Gentlemen, is only one God. Ladies, is only one God. That's it. Only Borei Olam. Our Parnasah, our Shidduch. The Rabbi is a messenger. Anyone else is a messenger. He's not the Shadchan, and he's not my boss that giving me Parnasah. And he's not the Rabbi that fixed me the Shidduch. All of us is messengers. You know who's doing it? Hashem. Avodah Zarah meaning believing on anyone except God. So come the Zera Shimshon right. Moshe Rabbeinu want to go to Israel in order to nullify the Avodah Zarah. How do you know that Moshe Rabbeinu was so big on Avodah Zarah? This week. God buried Moshe Rabbeinu. Do we know where Moshe Rabbeinu buried? Moshe Rabbeinu didn't want us to know. Actually, God didn't want us to know also. Why? Because if we know, where is Moshe Rabbeinu? And any October 7, Holocaust, we're going to go to Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu will never stop until God was going to stop it. Very simple. Moshe Rabbeinu was the great. And we did again the golden calf and God forgive us. We did Chetem HaReglim and God forgive us. Why Moshe Rabbeinu? Moshe Rabbeinu, God cannot refuse him. Every time he prayed, God let him go. Because of that, this week, Parashat, when Moshe Rabbeinu pray. What God told him? Stop praying. Why stop? I want to continue. What's the problem? Why God told Moshe Rabbeinu to stop? Do you know why? What is it?
You couldn't go into Eretz Israel.
And why you tell me stop? I want to continue.
Going to change the decree.
Who told you? Melina, why God told them to stop? When I tell you stop, meaning what? You're asking. I tell you stop. Meaning what? If you're going to continue, I will have to force to give you what you want. The Gemara said, if you pray another one tefillah, God will answer to you. And he said, it's not the time. Moshe, it's not the time. So So we don't know where Moshe Rabbeinu. But do we know where exactly Moshe Rabbeinu was buried? Which location? Do we know? Yes, the Torah said that he was buried בערבות מואב מול בית פאור. בערבות מואב, that's the name of the place, in front of בית פאור. What's בית פאור? Do you know what בית פאור? בית פאור was the biggest idol worship in that time. We don't understand how crazy was Avodah Zarah in that time. Do you know what mean בית פאור? People used to go to this place, stinky place, and they used to make number 1 and number 2. They used to go to make bathroom on this god and then do bend over. Tell me that I need to convince you to stop worship. Avodah Zarah was something that was no logic, and everybody worship. Moshe Rabbeinu told God, don't tell him where I bury, but make sure I'm going to be next to Beit Peor. Why Moshe Rabbeinu want to be buried in such a stinky place? Come, the Zera Shimshon right, you know why? Because the essence of Moshe Rabbeinu is to do what? Is to do what? To nullify what? Idol worship. Beit Peor is the biggest idol worship in the world. And every year, when you Yudzayin B'Tammuz, the 17 days of Tammuz come, what do we do in 17 B'Tammuz? What do we do? Well, which sin we did? The golden calf. And this moment, these idols go to heaven and make kitrug, persecutor against the Jews. He said, God, how can you give these people? They made the golden calf. You know what Moshe Rabbeinu did? He buried next to it. This way, when he tried to come, boom, Moshe Rabbeinu put him in the ground. Moshe Rabbeinu was buried in that place in order that the idols were not going to go against us. Deep, huh? So his essence was what? To nullify the idols. So why did he want to go to Eretz Israel? Because idol didn't stop. Continue after Moshe Rabbeinu. Many generations after. Until Ezra Sofer. Do you know who is the one that canceled idols? Who is the one that canceled the temptation to worship idols? Who is it? Ezra Sofer. Before Ezra Sofer, when people saw the sun, they had such a strong desires to worship the sun. Today we don't understand. You can go to India today, and you can see a cow walking, and everybody, Allah Akbar, Akbar, Wallah, to the cow. And our eyes, it looks like not normal, right? You can go to Thailand and see people worship the Buddha. You know the fat guy, the nice guy, cute. You have a nice, why you worship somebody that is not moving? Nothing there. You're going to see lying. One of my chavrutot in the yeshiva, he is the shliach of Chabad in Thailand, in Bangkok. Not Bangkok, what do you call it in a second? Well, everybody's going up to the biggest Chabad Ech. Nepal.
Mount Everest.
The mountain.
Mount Everest. Nepal.
And one day his wife took a pictures. Three blacks of people waiting lines, hot, steamy outside for hours, and some of them for days, just to go into the mosque, to this place of idols, not mosque, idols, for a few seconds. It was such a temptation to worship idols. But when Ezra Sofer came to Israel, and the second Beit HaMikdash was built, they came to Ezra Sofer
How
and
come
said,
nobody called me? Well, listen. You start this now? I'll be better. That'll be my bags. It's from Park. I'll put it here.
they start, what exactly happened? Yeah. They went into Ezra Sofer and said, Ezra, please help us. Why do you need help? Because if you're going to help us take away two desires, they're asking for two things. To take away the desires for idols and to take away the desires for women. The woman he brought back. But the idols he took it. In that time it was two desires, strong desires. Desire for women was a big temptation, nothing changed. And desires for idols. Why did he brought the desires for women? Because if there's no desires, there's no children. If not for the temptation that we have in the basic ways, nobody will ever get married. Nobody will. Even, you know what the Gemara said? Even the tree had no fruit. Because to have food, you have to have the man tree, and then the woman, they get it in. The animals had no children. The human being have no children, so they had to cancel it. But the idol, Zera Shimshon is the one that canceled it. Asher Vaknin said, please God, I want to go in in order to nullify what? In order to nullify what? Avodah Zarah, idols. If this is so, how do you know that? He said, Brana, please God, allow me to pass the land. How much is Na? Na is Nun Aleph. How much is an American number? Do you know how many Isurim, how many Averot a person do when he bend over to idols? 51 Averot. He said, please God, let me go to the land to cancel. מה זה עברה? עברה is 278. You know what's the number 278? Equal Ezra סופר, Ezra, Ayin, Zayin, Resh, Aleph, 278. Moshe Rabbeinu said, please God, allow me to cancel this temptation of idols. This is my mission. And the only way that a person can cancel it is if he's going into Eretz Israel. This is what the Gemara said. Anyone that live in exile look like he doesn't have any God. You know when we pray in America that tefillah do not come into God, our prayer going into angels, and the angel pass it to God. Anything you ask, go to angel, and from the angel is going to God. And Israel is the only place that your prayer go in direct to Hashem. No angels. Nobody can control Israel. To live in Israel, as much that is difficult and sacrifice, is the greatest thing that a person can do. And you have God over there, and God watch in a personal way on this land. Now we understand why Moshe Rabbeinu want to go. He said, God, the only way to nullify the Avodah Zarah is to go to Israel. Please, allow me, I want to do mitzvah, that this mitzvah depends on Eretz Israel. Which mitzvah? Not the fruit and vegetables. Not because of the reward. Because over there, I will nullify one Avraham, the biggest Avraham. The biggest Avraham. Anochi Hashem Elokecha. Lo yeh lecha Elokim achrim. The first two commandments and the 10 commandments of this week, Parasha, is what? I am your God, and do not have any other God. I'm the only one. I'm the only one. Not your parents, not your rabbis. You have to respect all of them. And they give you that Torah, 100%. But God is one. God is one. Don't be afraid to lose your job. If your boss is act with you in a not nice way. If you go in a date and you feel that the person is zero lack of respect you. Why do you stay? Because I'm afraid that I'm not going to find other shidduch. You know how you call it? Idols. Do you know that every time you get upset and mad, you consider to be idol worship? Why idol worship? The guy embarrassed me in public. Why idol worship? Because he didn't embarrass you in public. He didn't embarrass you in public. He was a messenger of God. You understand? When somebody scratched your car, he didn't scratch your car. He was a messenger. That didn't just happen. Borei Olam ran in everything. Unreal. If this event is going to happen or not, it's not an event. We do the Ishtadlut. 100%. And God definitely wants this event to happen. This event Kadosh. You will and you desire it. What is Kodashim? But, if it's going to happen or not, in the end of the days, have nothing to do with us. Had something to do with the Almighty God. And He's the only one that running the show. Stop worship idols. But you know why here is so easy to worship idols? To believe in everything except God? Because we're in exile. We're in a place that is not pure. A minute, the lady, a minute, think that we're going to live in Israel, we're going to see the Ashgacha Pratit. We're going to see the miracle of God. This is the message. The message for all of us is, the first one is, what's the first message we say? When you do something, when you're serving God, do it with love. Do it with all your heart and all your soul. Don't just do it. Do it. You keep Shabbat, enjoy the Shabbat. You're making Birkat Hamazon, enjoy the Birkat Hamazon. Do it word by word, slowly from Siddur. Not just do it. When you're making Beracha, make steps. Baruch Ata Hashem. Elokeinu melech haolam. She'akol nהיה b'doro. Make it loud, make people to answer Amen. Don't just do it. You're serving me. If you're already serving me, do it right. When you pray, don't just finish the tefillah. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. When you're going to be a wife, Be'ezrat Hashem, very soon, this year, let us say Amen. You're going to see that many things that you're going to do to your husband, you're just going to do it. You're going to cook him food even though that you're not in the mood. And you're going to see that most of the time, I believe men and a woman is equal. We do not enjoy when you do something that like you're making us a favor. Don't make me a favor. I'm not a charity case. Okay, if you want it, just for you. Don't just for me. You know, do it. You do it. Imagine yourself you're getting a diamond ring. Engagement. And a nice one.
There's a pink.
Engagement ring.
Pink. Yeah.
Pink. Okay. Beautiful one. And the guy that is giving you such a face, like you stole money from his pockets. You're going out with the man to a restaurant and he paid his head, and the whole day he's talking about how expensive is the restaurant, why they're charging so much money, how much money the restaurant is making. You know how much cost him? This falafel? Cost him $1. Why they charging us $15? Why are we talking about the money? We're on a date, let's enjoy it. You and me in a date. Why are you talking about money, understand? What a bad feeling is that? He already did it. He's buying you the gift, and he's giving you to feel so bad with the gift. Don't buy the gift, take it back. Take the diamonds back, I don't need it.
Well, you will
Don't. This is the second time. Silent. Thank you. Don't just do it. You're going to see it. When you go out, you're going to see it. You don't know what the miserable feeling is? That he's going to buy you the dress, and he's going to buy you the watch, and he's going to buy you the diamonds, and every time you feel that you took part of, God forbid, of his hand, it's like you took his leg in his hand. The guy is so upset and so mad. Who forced you to do it? You're giving me a ring. You have to feel us lucky and smile. And I liked. You take me out to a vacation or you take me out to a restaurant, give me to feel like $1 million. Feeling is the essence of our life. Because if our feeling is bad, no matter how much money you have, no matter which house you live, some people they live in a cheap house, but they feel like $1 million, and they're the happiest people alive. And some people live in a mansion and they're the most miserable. Because it's all about the feeling. When you're in a good feeling, when you're in a good date, you can change the whole world. When you're in a bad person, and the Admorza can write in the Tanya that if you're going to see a kickboxing, now one of them is middleweight, middleweight, and the other one is heavyweight. The heavyweight, his father passed away. The middleweight just got married 2 days ago. Which one is going to win?
The middleweight.
Why? Because he's as happy that he can get. The one just in the morning, got in and lost his father. Depressed. His father, his wife, no matter what. When a person is depressed, no matter how, he can be strong, but it's not the strong that win the games. It's not happiness that puts you. You see Chinese people, you know this one, the ninja, I don't know how you call him. They break wood. Well, they're so skinny. And they break stones and wood. What exactly happened to this guy? Go and tell this guy 250 pound, 400 pound, the hand is like Popeye. He's gonna break it, his hand is gonna be broken. So I don't understand, logic-wise it doesn't make sense. This guy have a hand, half of my hand, and the other one have a hand, 5 times my hand, and this one can do it. Why? Power is not the one that wins. It's the intention. When your intention is good, just prove it to you. You can win the whole world. When you are happy, Borei Olam said the first message of the Zera Shimshon, ואהבת את השם אלוקיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך. When you do something, do it with your heart, with your soul. Second message, the reason that Moshe Rabbeinu went to go to Israel is not because of mitzvot. It's not because he wanted to eat the banana. The banana is yeah, but it's not because of the banana or the watermelon of Israel. Is there any difference between the banana? Okay, the banana in Israel is a little more tasty. What you do, big deal. So what? You're going to fly in Al right now? You're going to pay $2,500 for a flight because the price is in order to eat banana. Why the banana in Israel? For this you go? No. So why Moshe Rabbeinu want to go to Israel? To fulfill mitzvot? Okay, God told him, no, God never told me. In order to do Shemitah, I have to go to Israel. So maybe I need to go. Moshe Rabbeinu, God told him, you cannot, don't go. I will pay you like you did. I will pay you that you did, like you did Trumot U'Maasot. The Zera Shimshon said, it cannot be the reason. So what is the reason? The reason is, what a beautiful, the reason is, they have one mitzvah. That this is the essence of Moshe Rabbeinu. What's the name of the mitzvah? Not only to do it happy, to nullify the idol worship. Idol worship cannot be exist, and that one you can do only in Israel. If you are outside of Israel, you can fight with them, but you cannot win them. You cannot win idols outside. Fact is, the only one that was willing to cancel idol worship was who? Zera Shimshon. And where exactly he did it? In Israel. Because only in Israel you can nullify the Avodah Zarah.
That was beginning there?
Yeah, I know. We lost the first one. The second one that we built is Zera Shimshon, the fourth
Who built
act.
the second one? Someone built the first one. Who built the second
The
one?
Ravish.
The Irish?
Is the son,
Son of who?
Esther ואחשוורוש.
Esther Baruch?
אחשוורוש. No, Purim. Esther ואחשוורוש. The Ravish is the one that built. Beautiful. No, not the Ravish.
Bigger than the first?
The second, not the Ravish. What's the name of the son of Esther?
Father who?
Horus.
Father who? Name of the father.
Achashverosh.
Father, person who built it. Father's name.
Achashverosh. It is father, the king. He's the one that gave authorization. And Zera Shimshon went to build it.
Why did you crash the second one?
Who's that?
I know why first is out of a worship, but why they crashed it? Who crashed it?
Oh, that one was already the Rome, not the
Roman
Babylon.
Empire?
The Roman Empire. Why?
Second one.
Why?
First Byzantine Empire,
Yes.
correct?
The Babylonians.
The Babylonians?
Babylonians.
The Iraqis?
Yes. The Baghdadi. The Iraqi. Why? The second one is because of Bestless. Now, let's continue.
Because there was idol worship, you said.
Idol worship and the first one. The second one is baseless hate. Baseless hate. Hate a human being for a simple reason, for no reason. Now,
What years between first and second?
70
How many years?
70 years.
70?
70.
I
This
told
one
you you guys
was
gonna be soon.
410.
I told you guys
420.
it's gonna be St. Petersburg. I don't
No.
know about it.
Now,
Time to go. One-on-one. I got a message. I got to talk to one-on-one.
now we said,
Time to go. My bad. There's diamonds there. Sapphires being diamonds here. 12 of the guys there.
we have dinner, please. We have dinner.
6 actually.
We have a dinner outside.
Huh?
We have a dinner outside, please.
Right now?
Yes?
We're outside where? Females park? There's no food there.
But he's on the way.
Let's take a look.
He's on the way.
Check it out, right there.
Where are they?
No. So the end is like this. Why Moshe Rabbeinu want to go to Israel to learn fight? Which Avraham? Idol worship. Idol worship is the most one. And only in Israel you can do it. What's the message for us? The second message? Stop worshiping idol. You're going to tell me, but Rabbi, we didn't come to the class to hear that we worship him. None of you, Chas v'Shalom, suspected to worship idol. I said yes. When you get angry, you worship idols. When you're afraid to leave the job, you're working in a business that the boss called you down, stupid. Why are you not leaving? No, Rabbi, I need parnasa, I need livelihood. I'm afraid if I'm going to leave. You go into shidduch. My sister-in-law went into shidduch. And listen to, sometimes his stories, you don't believe. She's Yemenite. You can see that she's Yemenite. And the guy that she's dating next to her said, you know that I hate Yemenite people. I don't like Yemenites. Yemenite is the book. 90% of the date is talking against Yemenite. And at the end of the date, he said, you know, by the way, I would be very interested to go with you once again. Imagine if you dated a person that said, I hate Bukharian is the worst, the food is that. And by the way, he knows, she told him that she's Yemenite. It's not that he didn't know. It didn't happen from ignorance. Why you continue with them? Why you continue with a person who disrespects you at the date? You sit them down in a date. I'm not saying that this is important or not, but you sit them down in a date and the whole date is text message. But Rabbi, okay, disrespect. He's calling you names when he's upset. Screaming at you and shouting you. Why? Because I'm afraid. Afraid for what? Borei Olam is mezavek zivug. Why are you afraid for? Idol worship. Every time you're getting into a fear, is idol worship. The only one that you have to have a fear is from God. That's it. So the first one we talk about love, the second one is having fear. Let's take away the idols and start to worship. The only one that we have to worship. Borei Olam, our Father, Avinu Shebashamayim. And if you're going to worship God, God promises you, I will never let you down. If instead of making effort, you're going to go to pray to Hashem, you're going to make effort. But you're going to pray to Hashem, Borei Olam, open my eyes. Let me see if this is my shidduch or not. Let me see. I want Be'ezrat Hashem to feel this is my shidduch, this is my shidduch. Make it. You're going to see that even the shidduch that you don't believe that's Jewish will become yours. And he will change his mind. Why? Because you trust me. Don't worry, Rabbi, I'm going to change him after wedding. You're not going to change him, I'm sorry to tell you. Ladies, if you think that you can change anyone, I'm sorry to tell you. Yes, before marriage, because he wants to get married with you, he will change a lot. Only before. Gentlemen, the only person that you can change is yourself. The Emet is the only one that you can change is us. So why are you getting married with a person that is not? Doesn't matter. I'm afraid for what? Don't change him and don't be afraid. Believe in Hashem and say, you know what? Borei Olam, how do you know that you believe? When you have an issue in the shidduch, you speak about it. Say, you know, can I ask you a small question? You know, I don't like the way that you responded. I do not like it. I don't want the way that you use your language. Very aggressive. Also disrespect, calling me names. I don't appreciate it. I'm sorry. It's going to be the last time that I'm going to hear it. And I will make it clear. If you get the message or not, this is you. What I'm going to do. Can I ask you a question? Are you cheap? What, you Israelis? No, I'm not Israelis. I'm a Jew and I'm a daughter of God. And being the daughter of God, I'm the queen, the princess of the whole entire world. I want to live like a princess. Do you have an issue with spending money? I just want to live. You can ask me any question you want. I will be honest. Listen, we're getting married with each other. If we're not going to be honest now, we're not going to be honest. After wedding, that's going to be too late. I'm sorry, we're not going to be honest. After wedding, it's too late. What, you going to divorce? After you have a children, listen, I decide. Why? Because it's stingy. You know it before. Why you didn't ask me? Ask me if I have issue with spending money, if I have issue with arrogant, anger. Ask me. And I'm giving you the right to ask me any questions. Any questions. You're going to realize and you're going to see miracles. Because you're not worship human being. We worship Hashem. Moshe Rabbeinu want to take away these idols. Thank you very much. 2 messages from the Zera Shimshon, beautiful messages. Strong, love Hashem, do it right, and do not be afraid from no one except God.
Sure, Rabbi.
But you have dinner, please, you have to eat.
Dinner. Я что, опоздал, что ли?
Да, понимаешь, бабушка, да, хорошо.